this side of the bag, we'll be working on our bag strap or the handles that we will need for the bag. And we're going to start by only working in the first 10 stitches, and that includes this middle stitch right here. So we're going to only work in the first 10. So right here where we have our marker, I'm going to insert my hook through the middle and pull up a loop, yarn over, pulling up another loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and I'll place a marker back on that first stitch. So that's number 1. And I'm going to do a half double crochet in each stitch going across until I have 10 stitches in total. Now once you've gotten to your 10th stitch, chain 1 and turn your work. Now on this side, we'll always do 1 half double crochet in the stitch. However, we'll be doing the same pattern as we did on our right side, but only in the row that's towards the middle. So the stitches that's towards the end will only do 1 half double crochet in that stitch, but the one that's close to the pattern here will follow the same stitch guide or a similar stitch guide to what we have on this side. Now in this row, we'll start by doing 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, and I'll place a marker on that stitch. And then I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in each stitch until I have 2 stitches remaining. In those last 2 stitches, I'll do a decrease. Now once we get to our last 2 stitches, I'm going to remove my marker. And then I'm going to do a decreased half double crochet here. So same as before, where I pull up a loop in that first stitch, pull up a loop in the stitch beside it, and with 3 loops on the hook, complete that half double crochet. Then I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. Now in the third row, I'll do a half double crochet in each stitch. So that's 1 half double crochet in the first stitch there, placing my marker back on the first stitch, and then I'll do a half double crochet again in each stitch going across this row. And in that final stitch there, I'll just do 1 half double crochet, chain 1, and then I'm going to turn my work. I'll start the row with 1 half double crochet. Now I'm going to take my marker and place it back on that first stitch there. And then I'll do 1 half double crochet in each stitch until there are 2 stitches remaining, at which point I'll do a decrease. So starting the decrease in the last 2 stitches, I pull up a loop in the first stitch, pull up a loop in the second stitch, yarn over and pull through all three, chain one, turn my work. I'm going to do a decrease in this row as well. So in the first 2 stitches, pull up a loop, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Now this is our 5th row so far, and I'm going to be doing 1/2 double crochet in each and every stitch going across the row. Now for the 6th row, I'll chain 1, turn my work. I'm gonna start with 1/2 double crochet in that first stitch. Again, we'll always do 1/2 double crochet to this side of our work. The decreases will only happen on this end. And I'm going to do 1/2 double crochet in each stitch until I get to my final stitch of the row. Well, my final 2 stitches of this row. Now in the last 2 stitches, we do a decrease here. Now once I have 6 stitches remaining, I'm no longer going to do any decreases. I'm going to continue my strap with these 6 stitches here, and I'm going to do that until I have 34 more rows, so that's 40 rows in total. I'll do the first, chain 1, and I'll do a 1/2 double crochet in that first stitch. And a 1/2 double crochet in each stitch going across the row. So it should be 6 stitches in total. So just like that. So go ahead and continue until we have 40 rows in total. Now, once you've completed 40 rows, your work should look something like this, with your strap looking something like this. Now, we're going to go ahead and attach our strap right to the edge here. Now, inserting my yarn inside a crochet needle, I'm just going to go ahead and thread the pieces together. Now I'm going to double loop mine, but you can do this in whichever way is most comfortable for you. To knot, we're going to do a knot on this end as well. And once secured on both sides, we're just going to go ahead and cut the yarn. All right, now once you've completed the pattern, go ahead and make another one because we'll need 2 sides for the bag. And now I'm going to show you how to make the spine that goes all the way around. Now we're going to start by making a slip knot, and you can do this in whichever way is most comfortable for you. Now chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to skip that first chain, and in the second chain, which is right here, we're going to yarn over and pull through a loop. And with 3 loops on the hook, we're going to complete a half double crochet. Now you can take a marker and place it on your first stitch, just as we'd normally do. And then we're going to do 1 half double crochet in each stitch going across the row, which means that we should have 6 half double crochets in total. So that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now chain 1, turn your work, and just as we would, we're going to work through the middle of the stitch to complete a half double crochet. Now the straps are really easy because we'll be doing the exact same thing in each and every row. So that's 1 half double crochet in each row, and each row should have 6 half double crochet stitches. So I'll just complete this last row. Remove your marker once you get to the end and do your half double crochet, the last one for that row. Now chain 1 and turn your work, and then you pretty much repeat the process. So you do a half double crochet in that first stitch. I'm going to place my marker back on that, and then I'm going to complete the row doing a half double crochet in each stitch. Now in the end, your work should look something like this. And now I'm going to go ahead and put it all together. Okay, so here is the heart shape, the hump at the top, and starting to the end here where we have our marker. So this would have been the last row, or the beginning of the last row for our hump. I'm going to go ahead and align the spine with that. And I've already gone ahead and threaded my yarn with a crochet needle. And I'm just going to sew the pieces together because that's easier for me. If you're more advanced and you know how to do slip stitches going all around, that's also a technique that you can use to put the pieces together. But I'm going to show you how I do it using this crochet needle and some yarn. I always make a knot to start, and that just means inserting your crochet needle through the big loop that you would have created when inserting your needle, and so that kind of tightens it with a knot by the time that you get here. And I'm using a lot of yarn because this is a very large piece and I have to go all the way around. I'm eyeballing the amount of yarn I need here. I may need to add more as I go along. Now I'm using a fairly simple sewing technique. You can use a sewing technique that's most comfortable for you if you know how to sew. And I'm just going to go ahead and continue that, going all the way around until I get right here. Now, once completed, your work will look something like this. And we're just going to go ahead and attach the other side. Now, taking my second piece, I'm just going to go ahead and place it on top, placing the corresponding sides, aligning it perfectly. So where I have my handle, I'll have my handle on this side as well. And then I'll just go ahead and align it. So you want to go ahead and line that up. So it's just at about the same spot. And then just as we did on this side, we're going to go ahead and sew the pieces going all the way around. And we just want to continue that going all the way around. And now we're going to go about getting that fluffy fur textured look all across the bag. To do that, you will need a pet brush. I'll leave a link. I got this on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below so that you can get this as well to do this style. Now, this is the fun part. However, you will need to do this carefully and meticulously to get an even layer of fur going across this particular project. I'm going to start from the very bottom here, where you just want to brush on the yarn. Now, brushing on the yarn, you will see where that fur-like texture will pop up. And we're going to continue to brush on the yarn until this gets to a point that we're comfortable with. Now, for the hard ridges that you see going along, we're going to brush on those as well, so you won't really be able to see that in the end. Now you can already see that fur-like texture coming to life. And I'm going to continue to do that until this fully covers the back. So this is what my work is looking like so far, and you can see that fur-like pattern coming to life. Now I'm going to show you how I do it once I get to the top here. Now the great thing about this pattern is that we've broken the rows into 2 rows based on how it was done. So because we did the half double crochets from the middle of the stitch, you'll see 2 rows like this. You'll see your 2 rows clearly separated. So what I do is that holding both rows together, I just gently brush across. This makes it much easier to control. And of course, if you want a fluffier texture, you can run your brush over areas that you think needs to be fluffed out a bit more. You don't need to go extremely hard. You can do this very gently until you have your desired amount of fluff. So I've gone ahead and placed the final product on my bed so that you guys can have a better view. And this is how it looks in the end. I'll also leave a few clips of how it looks on me in the end, and you would have seen that in the beginning of this video as well. Now, if you found this tutorial helpful, please go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!